guys, welcome to another week of OCG Weekly. I'm your host, the Ninth, and I'm joined with...
Your Age of Spirits.
And today we have a shocking video for you guys. Moss, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about the new OCG ban list, April 1st, 2021.
Alright, without further ado, let's start. So with our ban card, we have Tempest Magician. So Moss, why was Tempest Magician banned?
Because it was an FTK enabler and people were playing in Danger, Lightsworn, Tempest FTKs. And for the most part, it stayed under the radar from TCG YouTubers, and only like a few people actually played this degenerate deck. But when you played against this, basically you just got killed first turn, and you didn't even know what hit you.
Alright, well, I'm sure you're glad that thing's gone then.
I'm totally glad it's gone.
Alright, so let's move on to our limited section. So we have VFD here, which is a big contrast from the OCG. Moss, as a virtual world player, how much does this affect your deck?
Actually, it doesn't really affect it too much. Yes, it loses like just a little bit, but hey, VFD is super strong, and like I kind of understand where the OCG is going with this, where they don't want to kill off certain cards like super hard, even though they killed off Dragoon. But whatever, I'm not salty about it. I'm totally salty about it. But anyways, they I don't think it's going to change up the VW decks too much in the OCG. Just they're going to either put in another Zeus or another Synchro monster, probably one of the Crystron Synchro monster, or like there's a lot of cards to replace that one copy of VFD.
Alright, yeah, it's awesome. So moving on to semi-limited, something I'm happy about, Scroll Kobat Joker going to 2. I don't think it's going to be best deck with 2 Jokers, but I think the consistency will go up. Are you afraid of Pendulum OTK, Moss?
Not a fan of Pendulum OTK, sorry Triff, but I guess it's okay.
Alright. And Firewall with its errata, I guess doesn't really make a difference. Union Carrier coming to 2. I know our friend Surge is in here. How much do you think it's going to be better with 2 instead of 1, Moss?
Not much, because ABC is still limited.
Alright, you're right. Alright. So moving on to the unlimits, we have Altergeist, Speed Junker, Ice Barrier, Equip Spell, Sky Striker, and Allure of Darkness. I don't see much happening with the unlimits. Is there any kind of thing you're worried about at all, Moss?
No, not really, since for Altergeist, they didn't make Multi-Faker come back to 2 or 3. So there's not much of an issue there. And then with the Equip Spell card, that was only banned because of DeLorean, but because DeLorean became a hard once per turn, there's no reason to keep this Equip Spell card. It was a symbol of heritage banned anymore, so there's that. Or was it limited? I think it was limited, yeah. And that's fine. And then DeLorean's, of course, like I just said, hard once per turn now. So they can come back to 3, doesn't matter. And then Allure of Darkness coming back to 3. Well, that's great for a lot of dark decks. And that's also great for Thunder Dragons in the OCG, since we still have the Colossus.
No, I can't wait to put a third Allure back into my zombie deck, that's for sure. So going on to our next topic, with the new implementations to the ban list, there's obviously a few winners and a few losers. Moss, as a fan of the Dryton deck, how do you think the deck's going to be performing, since it was one of the main decks that was not hit?
In the OCG meta is not going to shift too much. VWs might just go down like a little bit, but not much, just because of one VFD. But they did that, like you just said, Drytrons, they didn't hit Ben 10 to 1, so Ben 10's still full power, and like you can search out your entire like fairy engine stuff for the Drytron. So like at the same time, people in Japan just like to play wherever they want, and they don't really follow too much of the meta like the TCG does. So I'm not too worried.
Yeah, so I guess Drytrons and Virtual Worlds would be taking their top place. I know that you were mentioning Dragon Maze before, maybe Zodiac.
Yeah, Dragon Mage, Zodiac, Eldritch, they'll all stay at the top. They're all very powerful decks, and yeah, it just depends on the duelists now.
So I know that this list didn't hit that many decks per se, but in terms of new archetypes, are you like the new masters or whatever? Do you think any of them will be top contenders in this coming format?
We'll see about that with the new archetypes coming out in Dawn of Majesty. I'm not really too sure if they're going to be meta or not. They look fun, though. They look fun. And then the new archetypes just got released in the Deck Builders Pack, Abyss Chord, something, Doremi Chord, and what was the last one? The Beartix, the Gundam one. Yeah, there's already been a few top decks floating around for each of those, but I guess you can say I think the most meta one would be either between Doremi Chord or Abyss, and Beartix was just like a super fun looking deck. And that's about it for my opinions. How about yours?
Yeah, definitely the new ritual archetype I think has a lot of potential. I think as it stands with its first set, it's probably not going to be meta contending, but it only has a fusion of ritual, so I anticipate in the future, if it gets maybe a different extra deck monster, at that point it'll be a lot better,
Yes.
but we'll have to wait and see.
Pretty sure the magic keys of which you're talking about from the Dawn of Majesty set is going to get a synchro monster just because the ritual monster is a tuner monster.
Yeah, if that isn't foreshadowing, I don't know what is.
The magic keys set definitely looks interesting. I'm thinking about building that set, and I'm building the sushi set because, man, I love sushi. It's delicious. And then definitely picking up the rest of the Gizmeks because if you guys don't know, I built a Gizmek hand Grand March deck on my deck profile. Please check it out. But I am super excited for the rest of the Gizmeks to come out, and I can't wait to build a maybe more competitive deck. Maybe.
Cool. I'll link your Gizmek, your current Gizmek profile in the description for those who want to check it out. Thank you so much again, Moss. Again, I'm the 9th. Here with me is
your Agent Spirit.
Thank you so much for checking out OCG Weekly. Catch you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.